Welcome to Kids Academy.
When we want to round a number to the nearest 10 or 100, we have to look at the place to the right to help you to decide whether to round up or down. I like to underline the place I'm rounding to and draw an arrow to the place that will tell me whether to round up or down. You always look one place to the right of the place that you want to round to. Even though both of these numbers have 37 in them, you'll see that we're going to round them differently because we are rounding 137 to the nearest 100 and 37 to the nearest 10. The same rule still applies for rounding to the hundreds place as it does for rounding to the tens. 5 is the key number. If it's 5 or higher, you round up, but if it's 4 or lower, you have to round down. For 137, since we're rounding to the hundreds, we'll have to look at the number in the tens place. The 3 in the tens place tells us to round down. We'll round 137 down to 100. You round the number in the hundreds place and make the numbers in the ones and tens places zeros. But for 37, since we're only rounding to the tens, we'll have to look at the number in the ones place. Since that number is a 7, we're going to round up because 7 is greater than 5. We'll round 37 up to 40. You round the number in the tens place and make the number in the ones place a 0. Let's take a look at a real-life situation that requires rounding and see how our rounding to the nearest 10 and 100 skills can come in handy. These kids want to see how many fruits and vegetables their class has eaten this week. Let's help the kids figure this out quicker by rounding. First, we'll round the fruits eaten this week. According to the data, 443 pieces of fruit were eaten this week. Now, let's round this number to the nearest 100. We'll use the strategy of underlining the hundreds place and drawing an arrow to the tens place so we know what numbers we have to look at. I see a 4 in the tens place. I know if it's 4 or lower, we have to round down. The 4 in the hundreds place is underlined, so we have to round the 4 in the hundreds place to 400. When rounding to the hundreds place, the number in the tens and ones place becomes zeros. Now I know about 400 pieces of fruit were eaten this week. Next, we'll round the vegetables eaten this week. According to the data, 29 vegetables were eaten this week by kids. Man, these kids need to eat more veggies. Now, let's round this number to the nearest 10. We'll use the strategy of underlining the tens place and drawing an arrow to the ones place so we know what numbers we have to look at. I see a 9 in the ones place. I know if it's 5 or higher, we have to round up. The 2 in the tens place is underlined, so we have to round the 2 in the tens to 3 tens. When rounding to the tens place, the number in the ones place becomes a 0. Now I know the kids only ate about 30 vegetables this week. I'll leave you with a challenge. I want you to help the kids round the next 2 types of food one kid eats a day to the nearest 100 and 10. I'll give you some time to think, but if you need more time, you can pause the video and answer when you're ready. Okay, here's the answer. We had to round the amount of protein one kid eats a day to the nearest 100 and round the amount of grains one kid eats a day to the nearest 10. The amount of protein one kid eats a day is 154 grams. I see a 5 in the tens place. I know if it's 5 or higher, we have to round up. The 1 in the hundreds place is underlined, so we have to round up the 100 to 200. So each kid eats about 200 grams of protein a day. The amount of grains one kid from the class eats a day is 81 grams. I see a 1 in the ones place. I know if it's 4 or lower, we have to round down. The 8 in the tens place is underlined, so we have to round the 8 tens down to 80. So each kid eats about 80 grams of grains a day. Remember to look at the place to the right of the place you want to round to. And if you see a 5 or higher, round up. And if you see a 4 or lower, round down. Thanks for watching, boys and girls. We'll see you next time.
Subscribe to our channel to stay updated on new videos. Find links to our apps in the comments below.
Hello grade 2, how are you today? So we are now in our new lesson. I hope you learned a lot from our lesson last week. So today we are going to study rounding numbers. Okay, if you are ready, can you please get your book, your pencil and eraser? Let's start. Welcome to online class Math 2. Okay, if you have Inside Out Math book, you can use this as your guidebook and we will answer your book later together with Teacher Don. So we are now in Chapter 1, numbers to 1000. So we are going to study the 1.6, the rounding numbers. Rounding numbers. Example number 11. Round 63 to the nearest 10. Okay, draw a number line mark in tens to show where 63 lies. So if you look at here the solutions, okay, I draw from this, we call it number line, from 30 to 80. So we will make 30, next is 40, 50, and 60, 70, 80. So you can see here number 63. So let's estimate this one is from 60, 61, 62, 63. So this one is 63. Okay, if we make it a number line from 60 to 70, here are the number line from 60 to 70. 60, 61, 62, and 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70. So here, 63 is between 60 and 70. Okay, if you look at number 63 here, the 60 is here and the 70 is here. So 60 and 70 is between number, it is between from number 63. So 63 is between 60 and 70 on the number line. So we say that 63 is nearer to 60 than 70. So it means 63 is nearer to 60. You can see it's near, and going to 70 it's far because you will go to 64, 65, 67, 68, 69, 70. So it's far. While 60 is near. So if we count backwards, 62, 61, 60, 60 is near. So we say that 63 is nearer to 60 than 70. So when we round 63 to the nearest 10, the answer is 60. Because 60 is near to 60. Okay? Okay, another example. Okay, we have here example number 12. Round 233 to the nearest 10. Okay, this one is the nearest 10. Okay, if you look at the number 233. Okay, tens here is 30 and 3. 3 is the nearest, 3 you can see number 3 here. So if you can see the solution here, from 220 and make a number line 230, 240, 250, and 260. So 233 is here. So when we make a number line from 230 going to 240, is like this: 230, 231, 32, 233. So 233 is between 230 and 240 on the number line. So it is nearer to 230 than 240. So 233 is nearer to 230. So 233 round to the nearest 10. The answer is 230. So if we round 233 to the nearest 10, the answer is 230. Why? Because 230 is near to the nearest tens. Okay, here, example number 13. Round 265 to the nearest 10. Okay, we have here, this 60 is the tens and 5 is ones. Solutions. So we will make a number line here from 240, 250, 260, 265 is the middle, and 270 and 280. Okay, if you look at the number line from 260 to 270, so 265 is exactly between 260 and 270. So when we round 265 to the nearest 10, we round it to 270. Remember, if the exact number of the line here, we will go to the higher number. So 265, if we round to the nearest 10, it is 270. Why? Because the rule of rounding numbers, if the number here, you can see number 5 here, from 5, 6, if the ones start from 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, we will add 1 from tens. So it becomes 5 becomes 0 and 6 becomes 7. So the answer, when we round it, it is 270. Okay, another example. Okay, what is 216 when we round it to the nearest 100? Okay, so now we will round the number to the nearest 100. These are the hundreds. So we will look at the tens going to 100. Okay, we have solution here. From 200, make the number line up to 300. So we start from 200, 210, 220, 230, 240, 50, 260, 270, 280, 290. So here, 216 is here. So 216 is nearer to 200 than 300. So 216 rounded to the nearest 100 is 200. Okay, so when we round 216 to the nearest 100, the answer is 200. Okay, here, the method here, when you look at the tens, is 1, the 100 is 2. When the number is below 0 1, 2, 3, and 4, this one, it becomes 0. Okay, so become 0 and the 2 will become 2. So when we go to the procedure from the number line, 216 is near to 200. So the nearest 100 is 200. So the answer is 200. Okay, let's try this one. Round the following numbers to the nearest 10. Can you answer the rounding numbers from the nearest tens? Okay, let's try if you understand our lesson today. Okay, A, 12. How will you round the number to the nearest 10? Okay, what is the answer? What do you think is the answer? The answer is 10. Okay, when we round the 10, we round the 12 to the nearest 10. If we make number line from 10 to 20, 10 is near to 12. 10, 11, 12. So 12 is near to number 10. Did you understand? Because 20 is far from 10. Next, letter B, 78. Okay, if we make a number line from 70 to 80, 78 is near to 80. So the answer is 80. Next, letter C. How do you round the number to the nearest 10? 95. The answer is, if you make 90 to 100, 95 is in the middle. So what is the nearest tens of 95? Can you answer? The answer is 100. Very good. Who got 100? Very good. You got it. Very good. Next, the number 2. We have 437. Okay, example 437 is here. Okay, round each number to the nearest 10. So what is the answer? 437. 437 round to the nearest 10. So which number is near? 430 or 440? So the answer is 440. Very good. B, 445. These are 445. 445 is between 440 to 450. So what is the round number if we round 445 to the nearest 10? The answer is, remember, 445 is in the middle. So remember, if the number line is in the middle, find the higher number. So the answer is 450. Next, 452. Here, 452. The number line here is between 450 and 460. So what number is near to 452? 450 or 460? So the answer is 450. Very good. Next, make each number with a number line that round the number to the nearest 100. So look at the nearest 100. 500, these are 600, these are 700. So 525 is here. Okay. So 525, what if you round the 525 to the nearest 100? So what is the answer? Is it 500 or 600? Which one is near? 500 or 600? The answer is 500. Very good. Letter B. 550. How can you round 550? These are 550. 550 is in the middle of 500 and 600. So, if you round 550 to the nearest 100, the answer is 600. Very good. And letter C, 661. This one is 600 and this one is 700. Which number near to 661? Is it 600 or 700? What is the answer? 700, because 700 is near to 661. Very good. Now, do you understand how to round the numbers from the nearest 10 going to the nearest 100? Okay, if you understand, let's go to WB Worksheet 1.6 and answer. Then we will answer your book. Number 1, fill in the missing tens. So here, fill in the missing tens. Fill in the missing tens. 227 is between 220 and 230. Okay, if we will make number line from 220 to 230, 227 is between 220 and 230. Very good. How about 851 is between, okay, if we make number line from start from 800 to 900. 800, let's start 850 to 900. Okay, so 851 is between 850 and 900. So you will write 850 and 900. Okay, number 2. So letter A, we have 148 here. We mark 148. So these are the number line. 130, 140, 150, 160. 148 is between 140 and 150. 148 is nearer to 150 than 140. 140 is far. 140 is far and 150 is near. So when you round 148 to the nearest tens, what would be the answer? Which number is near to 148? 140 or 150? So what is the answer here? Very good. Next, B, 682. Okay, these are 682. 682 is between 680 and 690. 680 and 690. 682 is near to 680 than 690. So when we round 682 to the nearest 10, which number is near to 682? Is it 680 or 690? What is the answer? Near to 682. 680 or 690? Okay. Letter C. We have 251. We have 200 and 300. 251 is between 200 and 300. 251 is nearer to 300 than 200. So if you look at 251, it's near to 300 than 200. So when we round 251 to the nearest hundred, which number is near to 251? 200 or 300? What is the answer? Okay. Let's go to number 3. Complete the table. Round the number to the nearest 10. Okay, these are 212 to the nearest 10. So what is the answer when we round 210? It is 210. Answer, you write 210 to the nearest 100. Okay, how about 250? Round to the nearest 10. So the answer is 250. Okay, 359. Round to the nearest 10. Answer is 360. 547. Round to the nearest 10 is 550. So write 550. 663. Round to the nearest 10. 660. Okay, how about round to the nearest 100? 212, round to the nearest 100. Answer is 200. 250, round to the nearest 10 is 300. 359, round to the nearest 10 is, nearest 100 is 400. 547, round to the nearest 10, nearest 100 is, what is the answer? 500. And 663, round to the nearest 10 is 700. Okay, did you follow Teacher Don? Very good. Okay, here you will color the red. If you have red and green, can you get your red and green pencil? Red for 300 and green for 500. So which one here, when we round the number, is 300? This one? Is this 300 when we round to the nearest 100? Yes, so we will color. What color is 300? Color red. So we will color red here. How about this one? 557. Yes or no? Red, green or no? No. How about this one? 465. 465 is it 300 or 500? When we round to the nearest 100. So it is 500. So we will color green. And 256, when we round to the nearest 100, is it 300? Yes. So we will write red. So remember, 349 is 300, we color red. And 465 is 500, we color green. And 256, when we round, it is 300, we color red. Okay, how about 550? Can we color this one? Yes or no? No. 530, can we color this one? Yes, we color green. So we will color green because it is 500. Next, 262. Can we color this one? Yes or no? Answer? Yes. What color? Red or green? Answer? Red, because it is 300. 428. Can we color 428? No. Okay. How about 224? Can we color this one? No. 316. Can we color this one? Yes. What color? Red or green? It is color red, because when we round to the nearest hundred, it is 300. Next, 433. Can we color this one? Yes or no? No. 565. Can we color this one? No. 559. Can we color this one? No. 358. Can we color this one? No. 514. Can we color this one? Yes. When we round 514, it is 500. So we will color green. How about 397? Can we color 397? No. Why no? When we round 397 to the nearest hundred, it is 400. So the answer, no, no color. Okay? Did you get it? Okay, for the recap, 349 is red, 465 is green, 256 is red, 530 is green, 262 is red, 316 is red, and 514 is green. So this is how we round the numbers from the nearest 10 to the nearest 100. Here, last number 5. Can you solve the riddle? Round each number to the nearest 10. What city has no people? So here, 638 is C. The answer is, example, 300, here, 703, when you round to the nearest 10, the answer is 700. 700 is letter Y. See 700 here? So it's letter Y. So you will write letter Y. Here, letter C. How do you round 638 to the nearest 10? Okay, remember, if this one, 3 is tens, 8 is ones. If the number from ones is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, we will change this from 0, then add 1 should be 640. So you will see 640 here. So you write 640. 640 is letter C. So find 640. This one, so you write C and letter C. Did you understand? Okay, L. 270. How do you round to the nearest 10? It is 270. If the number here below 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4, we will change 0. Then may pian. This one 7, may pian. So the answer is 270. So we will write 270, letter L. So we will write 270 is L. No more 270. no more. Okay, here 125. Okay, here you can see the nearest 10 here. 5, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We will change 5 to 0 and 3 to 2 become 3. So the answer is 130. Do we have 130 here? Here we have 130. 130. Letter T. So write 130, letter T, letter T, put 3. Then here 489. 489, the number here once is 9. From 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 becomes 0 and 8 become 9. So answer 490. 490 is letter E. So here 490 is E. 490 is E. So we'll E. Then number letter R, 951. Remember 0, 1, 2, and 3, and 4. We will change this one to 0. So answer 950. Here 950 is letter R. So write 950. Then I, from 364, from 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 becomes 0 and 6 may pian, don't change. So it is 360. 360. 360. Here is letter I. So find 360. I. Okay? I and I. So complete the word using CLYTERI. So what is the missing word here? That is the answer. Did you get it? Very good. So that is the rounding numbers from nearest 10 and nearest 100. Okay, thank you grade 2 for learning online class. I hope you learned the rounding numbers. I think some of you didn't get the rounding numbers. I hope you will learn the rounding numbers very easy. Okay, if the number from ones is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, just change the number from 0, then don't change the tens. Okay, if the numbers from ones is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, change the number, the ones from 0, then 10, add 1. So that is how we round the numbers from nearest 100 and nearest 10. I hope you learn rounding numbers from nearest tens and nearest 100. See you again next time. Bye-bye.